Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you upgrade basically of the schedule script. So what that script should do at the first place, last year I think I did create that script, and the idea was when you have, for example, like here, so you have some HVAC drawings and you have separate drawings for each level, and on those drawings, I mean it can be any drawings basically, you have some schedule, and that schedule will show the total quantities of some elements. And now for some elements you can filter them by the level parameter. For some elements you cannot do that. So my idea was I will not use level parameter. I will try to basically compare all the elements which we have over here in this schedule. So if we itemize every instance, we can see all elements which we have in our schedule for air terminals, for example. And from the other hand, we have over here some number of air terminals in this view. So we have like 105 terminals. Instead of using level for filter, I will just compare all the elements which I have in the schedule, all elements which I have in the view, and then I will use some additional parameter and populate that parameter with the value yes, and then I will filter all elements in the schedule based on that parameter. I will show you that in a second, but that was my idea. Okay, and let's also group those quantities. So now on each drawing we have basically copy paste of the same schedule, just I did rename that schedule name, but everywhere we have 309 elements. So let's see how our script works now. So over here I have our script. Last time I did set up everything inside the Dynamo. This time I think it's more friendly for the user to use Dynamo player, so the user should choose the category. In this case it is air terminal. Afterwards I will also show you for some another category the same script. On the sheet number 1 we want to use this schedule with level 1. That is okay. So the script will compare the elements and it will reduce the schedule over here. So we have 105 elements, and the same number of elements we have in the view. So that is okay. Let's go to second sheet. So now we want to use second sheet and second schedule. 104. It is 104. And finally this third sheet, it is exactly 100. Let's check that. Okay, so now you can see that we did simplify a little bit choosing of those elements from the Dynamo player. I did have very large problem with the script in that previous release. In my previous release I just wanted to show that it is possible to create some script like this, so you can play with schedule. We can jump to the schedule just to see what this script will do. So we did have in our schedule family and type, and we did have count. The script will create one additional parameter. It should service as a filter schedule. So f schedule, it will be a new parameter that Dynamo will create and automatically hide, and moreover it will automatically place that parameter over here in the fields, because we didn't have that parameter before we did use Dynamo. So Dynamo will create, insert over here, it will use the filter, and at the end it will hide that column. So that is what the Dynamo will do. Then that issue, very big issue with previous release was I will use basically for the same schedule, for the same elements category, same parameter. So I did use this parameter when I run script for the first time. So when we itemize every instance, we did say that 100 and some elements will have DCS, and we have filter over here. And then imagine that you will run this schedule for the second time, for the second sheet. Then you will populate some additional fields over here and for some additional elements. So I think we did say 105, and on the second sheet is 104. So on that second sheet you will not have 104, you will have 209. So you did previously run the script and you did populate 105 elements, then you populate 104 more elements, so you will not see over here 104 elements. Instead of that it will be total number. So that was a very big problem with the script. Now I will show you later in the Dynamo. Now I did basically rewrite some part of the Dynamo script, and I did add some new functionalities. So when you run the script for a very first time, we can check that in the schedule. So when you run the script for the very first time, it will create this parameter filter schedule without any numbers. We can also see that in the project parameters. Then when you run the script for the second time, it will create the same parameter but with a digit 1, then with digit 2. And now if you want, we can maybe go to the third sheet. Let's create new schedule. But prior to that, let's just see what we have over here. Pipes. Yeah, we have pipes. Let's create a schedule for the pipes, but it's not a quantity. Let's go with the pipe fittings, 126. Let's create new schedule for the pipe fittings. What we need, family and type. What we need count. Let's include size, and basically that is it. We want to turn off itemization of every instance. We want to sort by family and type and size. We want to see how many of those elements we have, and basically that's it. I will not now copy that twice for each level. So we have 489 elements in total, so we will place this schedule over here, and again we will run the script. And now when you did previously run the script for 3 times, and over here you will need to choose schedule, because we did run the script, then we create new schedule. Now we want again to use Dynamo player. We need to click on the refresh, so the Dynamo player can see this new schedule. So now category, it's not air terminals anymore, it's pipe fittings. Okay, this schedule on this third sheet. And of course Dynamo will create new parameter, filter schedule, I think number 3. and it will filter this schedule by that parameter. We don't need Dynamo player anymore. 126, of course those elements are actually in this view, so everything is okay. We can maybe check if we find any fitting. So if we click on the air terminals, we can see that we did populate just this second parameter, because we did run the script for the first drawing, second, and then for the third. Now let's try. I will turn on fine. Over here we can see some pipe, so let's click on some fitting, and we did populate this last filter schedule parameter, so that is okay. And now I will show inside the Dynamo what I did change between two versions. Okay, still the script it's not too much complicated. This entire part over here is new, and we will see what else did they change. So yeah, first things first. So because this Clockwork node doesn't work in this version of Revit 2022 because of the display units, of course, I did basically access this node. I did pick up just this Python script, and then actually it's not that you need, at least for this case, to know the units for some parameters, because over here we will anyways create text parameters, so it doesn't matter if it's a length or anything else. So I just delete that portion of the Python script where I did find unit type, nothing else except that. So I just did to this Python script, delete what I didn't need, and that's it. And now we have actually a lot of different logical cases that we need to cover. So if you run the script for the first time, you will need to create this filter schedule parameter without digit, and because it is without digit, in some cases when you run the script for a second or third time, I will split this text. I will add the number which needs to be next. So at first I need to check if I have number over here or not, if I have at least one parameter or not. If I don't have parameter, I need to create this without digit. If I have this without digit, then I know that this should be the next parameter. And I have third case, if I find 1 or 2 or 3 over here, I know that the next parameter should be 4, 5 or 6. So a lot of different cases to cover. If we run script for the first time, this part of the script will cover basically our job. But again, we need to check if that part created parameter or not, if we will not create that parameter twice, and vice versa. So if over here we didn't create a parameter, then we know that we need to create some of those cases over here. So I will just show you all the nodes which I have over here. I mean, probably it can be completed with a less amount of nodes. For me it was easier to try to cover all possible cases which I can think of. So yes, over here I did change, so all those elements which you can find in the Dynamo player, I did declare them to be input, so you will not need anymore to go inside the Dynamo to change some value and then to run script. I think it's better to go with the Dynamo player. I didn't want to create user interface because you will very quickly execute those scripts and you will want to quickly change the values, so I think user interface is not best thing for this script. Yeah, so I did have some problems when I did test the script. So first I will wait but I will not wait for this. I will wait for this, and then I will pass through those nodes. So that is okay. Anything else over here? I think all of those nodes are the same like in the previous script. Yeah, I did change one field over here. So at some point I did have problems with this Python script because that Python script wanted to have this index, and I know that in my schedule my parameter, because I will create and add that parameter always when I run the script, it will always be the last column in my schedule. So this script over here have some part when the script wants to find that parameter index, but it was easier for me just to take the number of elements which I have, because the index starts with 0. I will just decrease n minus 1, and then I will deliver what is the index of that column, and that's it. Okay, that was all for this script. Thank you for watching. Bye.